what's happening where you are at this hour, Mbali.
You're certainly right. Of course, it is indeed the 15th conference of the ANC here in Johannesburg. And of course, do we know that it is indeed Fire Brigade versus Spirit. And of course, that who is representing Fire Brigade is, of course, Dada Morero, who is vying for chairperson of the Johannesburg region. At the same time, Eunice Mgcina is vying for the Spirit faction of this conference. But so far, we can see already delegates have beginning to make their way to the Idle Winds Lodge here in Centurion. And of course, we are expecting the program to kick off at any minute now. But going into this conference, we saw at least a number of postponements. You would remember that this region, the Johannesburg region, has been dealing with the death of its former Joburg mayor. At the same time, it was also dealing with a number of disputes. But just to give us a bit of more insight in terms of whether this conference is already expected to kick off this morning, we are joined by the spokesperson, Sasabona. I just want to understand from you, Sasabona, coming into this conference, there were disputes. And of course, this is something that you alluded to earlier on in the week, saying that as the Johannesburg region, you are trying to sort out those issues. Have all your disputes now been sorted out?
No, thanks very much. Good morning and good morning to your viewers. Yes, as we have indicated by yesterday, all our disputes were sorted out in terms of all branches which qualified to come to conference. There was only one branch that has been requested to do a rerun, and the branch has been engaged. Unfortunately, they will attend the conference as guests. However, they will be given an opportunity this coming week to do a rerun. As you will know that we are also preparing for the provincial conference, so they will be able to go to the provincial conference as voting delegates.
One would also ask, why are we in Centurion? You'd also know that Tshwane, your other region, is also having their conference today. That conference is happening in Johannesburg, which is just down the road from where we are at. Why did you specifically choose this venue to hold this conference?
Yeah, look, we checked many options in terms of venues, including in Johannesburg. There were other venues that we considered initially. And at the end of the day, this was the venue that we ended up making a decision to come here. For us, it's not necessarily about the location. It's about to ensure that this conference does its business, and we are able to ensure that we take key resolutions that are there to ensure that the aspirations of the people of Johannesburg are addressed by the leadership collective that is going to be elected out of this conference.
When you look at the mood of this conference, I can see that a number of the delegates who are here this morning are in indeed high spirits. What is your attitude to those who are here? I mean, looking at what happened just last week in Ekurhuleni, can we expect that there will be no disruptions at this conference? Because a number of people would say that this is actually a very calm region. Can we expect no disruptions here?
Look, what happened in Ekurhuleni was unfortunate. It did not represent what the ANC is all about. And I can rest assure you that Johannesburg will ensure that delegates that are here, they represent what the ANC is all about, focusing on the key issues that affect the people of Johannesburg. Part of the things that we'll be doing, resolutions that we're going to take, they will also be assisting us to prepare for the policy conference. So definitely we are not expecting any drama here. Even if you have got comrades who have got different preferences, but all of us, we know that we are comrades. We must work together irrespective of whom do we prefer to lead. It must never, affect our relations as comrades and friends within the ANC.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, that is Sasabona. He is the RTT spokesperson here in Johannesburg.